Okay, today we're going to be working with um, Google Slides, and we're going to be working through exercise 8.3. Pull this right here so you can see me. I wanted to show you a shortcut for creating a Google Slides presentation. This is kind of cool, and it's something that is a little bit new, so you may not have heard it before. All you have to do is go up to your address bar in your Chrome browser, type in slides.new. And that is going to be how you can create a Google Slides presentation. It'll come up with one slide, themes over at the right, speakers notes down at the bottom, and this specific layout, the title slide layout. So that's just something that is kind of cool and easy to work with. The first thing that they want us to do in this instruction, in this exercise, is to change the name to major. So we're going to come up here at the top. We're going to click right there and type in the file name that they give you. Once I give it a file name, you can see that all changes are saved in Drive. If you want to change the folder that you are saving this to inside your Google Drive, click right here and it will go right there. So this is going to tell us to insert 5 new slides using the slide layout that's appropriate according to the figure 8.3a. So let's do that real quick. The first one is a title slide. The second one is a slide with text. Same with slide number 3 and 4. Slide number 5 is actually a little bit different. We're going to do a new slide, but we're going to change the layout. You are going to have a title slide up at or a title text box up at the top, but instead of having one single text box down at the bottom, we're going to have two text boxes like so. So to do that, you go to Layout and you just select the layout that is best for you. And then we have one more slide, new slide. Okay, and it gives us the last layout that we were working with. We're going to change that to a title slide. Do it like that. Okay, so like we did in previous exercises, I'm going to pause while I type the text, and we'll go from there. Okay, so on slide 1, this is your text. In the first text box, they want us to change the font to Cambria. So you can just click and type in maybe you may have to scroll down and find it. Cambria, 72 point, bold, and center aligned. In text 2, they ask us to apply a text shadow if it's available. So let's see if that option is available in Google Slides. So let's come up, Format, Text, and they do not have text shadow available. So we don't need to worry about that for this specific one. They do want us to change the font to 48 point and to center align that like so. Okay, on slide 2, click right there. I'm going to pause and type the text. Okay, for slide 2, they want us to do some some formatting. So in text box 1, which is this text, oops, you'll actually want to move the text box to select the text that's within it. We're going to use Cambria 54 point bold and center aligned, like so. They want us to use standard bullets, which just means we're going to highlight these 3 lines right here. And we just click on the bulleted list. And it doesn't ask us to change anything about that. The font size for the bulleted list is going to be 48. Oh, and up here I forgot to change this to 54. Now we're down to 48, and they want us to change this bulleted list to a numbered list. So we're going to do that. Okay, and you can tell by following these directions exactly to the letter. The formatting is just kind of weird, so just rest assured that we're going to come back and fix that later. So we're going to go to text box 3. I'll pause to type. Okay, so text box 1, Cambria. The font size is 66. Bold and center aligned. Let's try that again. 66. Okay, we're going to change in text box 2. Highlight that list. We're going to use standard bullets. And we are going to change the font size to 44. Let's try that again. To 44. Again, if we follow these instructions exactly, it's going to give us something that looks weird, and we'll go back and fix that later. In slide 4, we'll type the text. Okay, in slide 4, text box 1, they want that to be changed to Cambria. The font size is going to be 66. Bold and center align. Standard bullets for the text in text box 2. And we'll change that size to 40 point. And we will increase the indent level 1 time to the text in the 3rd and 4th bullets. So we'll highlight the 3rd and 4th bullets. And then up here in the toolbar, you're going to see these 2 buttons. Increase will push the text to the right, and decrease will push it to the left. So we're going to increase, and you can see that those 2 get pushed into over to the right, which means they're kind of a sub list inside this list. Okay. Again, we'll go back and manipulate these fonts so that they look a little bit better. We're going to go to slide 5, and I'm going to type the text. Okay, in slide 5, they're going to ask you to change text box 1 to Cambria. The font size goes to 54 point. We're going to bold and center the line. We're going to use these standard bullets only for the list. In text box 2 and 3. And the list, you're going to see the heading is the first line and everything else is the list. So highlight We'll use the standard bullet. We won't change that, but we'll just use the automatic one, the default bullet. Okay. And we're going to change that to 28 point. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Come in here. 8. And then for the headings, we are going to change the heading to 40 point. And we are going to change the font color to green, and font color or text color is going to be in the toolbar. So it goes bold, italics, underline, text color. I'm going to change that to a green. We're going to go to italics and center align. And then we will change the line spacing in the box to 1.5. Oh, I'm sorry. I got off on a step. So we'll undo that line spacing command. Let's see, 40 point, font color to green, underline the heading. Did miss that. Underline the heading and let's see, bold. No italics. There we go. Okay, we'll make some similar formatting choices for the cons. Again, we're going to go to 40 point. We're going to change the font color to red. We'll do underline and bold, and we will center that. Again, these instructions kind of give us put some text off of the slide, so we'll go back and fix that. Let's see, we'll go to slide 6. I'll pause to. Okay, so slide 1, or I'm sorry, text box 1 is going to be Cambria. 40 point, italics, and center aligned. Okay. Text box 2 is going to be 36 point and right aligned. One thing I forgot to do here is to set the line spacing for text box 1 format, line spacing to 1.5. Okay, so for all slides, it asks us to, in instruction number 19, format the size, style, and placement of text and elements, if applicable, so that this presentation projects a professional appearance. So we can go back and look at some of these, and like this one, obviously we need to do some work on this one. So there are a couple of ways that we can manipulate this. We might want to drag that down a little bit, but I think even if we drag it as far as we can go, it's not going to get us quite to where we want. So what we want to do is we want to maybe bring this font size down just a little bit and do the same thing with this text box. Okay, and then what we can do is manipulate the size of the text box just a little bit so that it looks appropriate. There's not text boxes going on top of each other. Things are still easy to read, and things like that. So you want to make sure in every PowerPoint that you do for this class that you go through this step where you go through and you just make it look right. These specific instructions, I believe, were actually written with PowerPoint in mind, and since we're using Google Slides, you're going to have to go back and manipulate this just a little bit to get it as close to what they want as possible. So we'll go to slide 3. Again, let's highlight all of these, and we'll pull that font size down. And the title slide, or the title text box, pull that down as well. And maybe pull this down like so. Okay, slide 5 is a pro-con list. So that's at 28. Let's try 20. That looks okay. We'll do the same font change over here. Come in here, bring this down just a little bit. And then slide 6 looks fine. So you have slides 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Generally speaking, all of the title text boxes are in Cambria. The other text boxes we just left at the default font, which is, I believe, Arial, like so. We did a numbered list, bulleted list, a bulleted list where we used more than one level. This is the first level right here. This is the second level right here. In this, we manipulated the alignment. We also did some text color, and we used 2 text box layout to get that to work. Right here, and that's it. I hope this has been helpful. Remember, in all of the slide presentations that you do, you want to make sure that you follow the directions, but if the specific directions kind of gives you something that you can just look at and immediately know that that's not right, you need to go back in and trust your judgment for that. Follow the instructions as closely as you can, but when it gives you like something that just doesn't look right, it's probably because these exercises were written for PowerPoint, but we're using them in something that's a little bit different, and that's Google Slides. All right, thank you.